Okay, the story continue. It's a very, very long story, It's a very long story, but I don't even know if the story will ever finish, but I will, at some point, I will stop and I will continue maybe later if we sure. So, at this point now, at this pointed time now, many people were crying, I want to go back. There's no going back. When you look back, it was mountain. When you look front, it was mountain all around the water. When you look front, mountain covers us. When you look down, it was the sea, the Black Sea. And when you look at the ship, it was balloon. I don't know if you know what is balloon. Balloon is like a bombolo, a that boat and afọ. Now balloon. Ever I can know why the reason why we were given knife. Mma ha enyela anyị ọwụ na cross ka anyị were mma ha wee supo the balloon na asụọ ya olikie so that ka hapụ use for anything, destroy it after when you cross. Onya mma ha enya anyị n'ime bus ahụ etinye anyị that time. The most worst part of it, onye ga-anya balloon one of us, not even have experience of driving it before. Onye ga-cross side to Greece, one of us have to volunteer. A volunteer person among us will drive that boat. That balloon or boat, balloon to Greece. At that point, I was already saying my last prayer. I tell God to accept my soul if I die. That I die because I want to succeed. I don't want to suffer again. I'm feeling 30% of survivor at that moment. I'm seeing 70% that I'm not going to survive at that moment. It was a very terrible situation at that moment. But I don't want to remember. I don't always like to remember that particular side. Because I remember everything my brother told me. I begin to remember everything. I begin to ask myself, why do I want to kill myself? Why do I decide to kill myself? It's not because I come from a poor family. My family is okay, everybody is fine, just that I always have that kind of belief that I want to survive by myself. At this situation, I don't wish anybody to be in that situation because it's just like I'm seeing that I'm healthy, but I'm seeing that I'm gonna die in few minutes or a few hours. I'm gonna be a dead man. In this sea, you will see many kind of things in this sea. This sea we are going to cross, you will see traveling bags of people. The kind of bag I was having in my bag is floating there. You will see many kind of things floating on that sea. Even human beings, dead bodies are floating left hand side of their sea. Many kind of dirty things were floating on that sea. And this sea is going this way. When we are going this way, we are going straight. But this sea was going this way. And this sea, we have a limited time to cross that sea. If we didn't make it to cross that sea with that limited time, the sea will change. The sea changes. We start having waves. And when it start having waves, we are gone. Instead of us going like this, the wave will take us like this. And that is why people always die in that sea. In this situation, some people were crying, I don't want to go again. I don't want to go again. I want to go back. Some people were also saying, there is no going back. I was just silent. I was talking to my spirit. I don't talk to anybody. I don't say I'm not going again, but I'm just talking to my spirit. I'm trying to give my spirit peace. I'm trying to give my soul peace when I die. That's the only thing. That's why I'm quiet. After we were 25 to board in that ship, 25 only is boarding that ship, that particular one, that balloon. Now they have to take our driver, the person that is going to drive us, they take it to the mountain. Some people will know about this story. They pass this story. Some of my friends, like, we came together then. They will take one of our, they take one of us in the mountain, and they show him one light that was shining. They will tell you to focus on that light. That light you saw there is Greece. When you cross that light, you are in Greece. This journey is supposed to be like 30 minutes, but because of some circumstances, some problems, it might even take you 1 hour. You have not even crossed. You will see the light, see the log, but to cross to that place is like going to take food from lion's mouth. Like, it's a very difficult situation. It's just like you see something, but to get it is very difficult. Then after that, they come down from mountain and they say, okay, now we have to go inside. We are 3 women in my balloon. One is Alab, one with a baby. I don't know if that baby have reached 6 months old. One Sierra Leone woman, a girl, that was a girl, and one Ghana girl, and the rest is guys. And then we took the balloon. Immediately, the driver, the Turkish man, drive us a little bit inside the sea, and then he hand over to the driver that he teached from the mountain to drive us. And this man fly inside this water and swim out and stand watching us. Immediately he hand over. The driver that's supposed to be moving the boat, he started like, we nearly tumbled immediately from there. This is where we could have even died immediately. We have not even moved an inch. We are turning around, the sea, he was firing the shot, he was turning, and we go nowhere. We are just turning around like a mistake. Like, he doesn't know what to do. The Turkish man has to jump back inside the sea, and he swim and get to us, because the water now is taking us out of the area, out of the movement. He jumped and swim. He came to our boat and he come inside and tried to correct the mistake. And then when he drive it a little bit, and then he hand it over to the guy, and then this is how the journey started. And the man jumped back inside the sea and swim. Now we are on our feet, and you will have a little gallon of fuel for in case if our fuel finish. Now we are on our feet. This is 70% of surviving, or 30%. We might not even survive the situation. I see the whole thing. So at this point in time, I cry what my mom is going to, how is going to feel. My brother will start saying, I told him. He refused. That's why he died. But I have one thing, the only one thing I have that moment,